tell you why there's such a struggle right now for the single mother. One, society does not support single motherhood. There used to be this thing like, oh, you're a single mother, let us help you. Nobody cares anymore. But the biggest thing that people don't talk about is fewer and fewer men are willing to be stepdads. One of the biggest family secrets has always been that oldest child does not belong to him.
Facts.
That oldest child does not belong to him. Everybody knows it but the oldest child. And there are fewer and fewer men that are willing to sign up for it. And I do believe it's because of child support laws. And it just takes a lot of money. So please understand that if you become a single mother, you're probably going to most likely raise that child by yourself for the rest of your life. And the men who create single mothers, they hate their single mother mom. So they really don't give a damn about you. They low-key hate her ass. So they're going to hate you too. The moment you look like, act like, and start talking like her. I keep posting these videos because I hope that I save at least one young lady. Do not have a baby with a man until you have been married to him for at least 2 years. At least 2 years. Because once you become a baby mama, you will probably most likely die a baby mama in today's society. These men are not for it anymore.
She is 1000% correct. She could not be any more accurate. There's only one additional thing that she probably missed that needed to be expounded upon, and I'll talk about that shortly. But I think that the most important thing that needs to be taken away from this video is that men are unwilling. And not only that, there are men like me that have large platforms that are willing to beat this thing into the ground because I don't want to see my brothers. I don't want to see my fathers. I don't want to see my uncles. I don't want to, and I'm not saying figuratively or literally, I'm not saying that. I'm saying figuratively, guys of all ages, demographics, colors, and all of that stuff. I didn't experience that. I have both my mother and my father in my life. I am not a baby daddy. And so I just came from the gym and working out with my daughter, and we have a really great relationship, and everything is awesome. Kept my family together, been married for 21 years. But I've seen too many guys, and I've watched too many dudes fall and been on too many coaching calls. And I am an adamant advocate for the idea that you should not go and play another man's save game under any circumstance. It is a zero-sum game. And if you leave it up to people like us that have huge platforms, all of them is going to be alone. And that's just the facts, because I think that the biggest thing that she said that was a solution, because I do believe in solutions, is that she said you should be married. But she didn't just say get married, because some of y'all think that get married enough because you still choosing the wrong person. And she said y'all should be married for at least 2 years. That means that y'all live together. That means that y'all might have been through some things. You understand each other. You've truly taken your vows serious. You're not trying to get an annulment. You're not getting divorced as soon as you get pregnant. We know that women statistically leave their relationships 70, 80% of the time. And even when the guy is the one that filed for divorce, he usually files for divorce because she already basically been gone for a long time. And that's not to say that's every situation, but that is a large portion of what we see in our communities. And not only that, it knows no bounds. It's just exponentially greater of a number of women that is doing it in the Black community, but it's happening in all communities. And so what guys are now saying, and it's every demographic, they saying, listen, whereas before the boomers and the Xers and even a few of the millennials were willing to get with women and say, you know what, I'm willing to be a stepfather and I'm willing to play another man's save game, even though some other guy caught the bad end of the stick. For some reason, I think that I'm better than he was. And women, was finessing guys acting like, no, you know what? My standards is higher than they ever have been before. And I'm a better woman because I learned from it. I just watched my homeboy get burned. And he ain't have no kids. And he went into a relationship and he a super good guy, make a dope amount of money, really, you know what I'm saying, have all of his stuff together and whatever. And I seen a chick just completely trying to do a story time on this dude on TikTok. It's crazy. And I warned him, but he had to learn the hard way. But at the same time, he wound up getting out of it. And this is his second time actually dodging a bullet, because it was a chick that was trying to have a baby by him. I'm not gonna get into that. But my point is that um, we have a support system now, and we have groups of guys that are willing to make sure that you understand that if this is the road that you're going down, and if you decide that you want to be a step crash dummy, then you're going to have to understand that there are severe consequences that come along with it. And those severe consequences first start with the fact that when you get divorced, because a lot of y'all decide that y'all want to adopt another man's kids, that means you are absolving him of any future responsibilities and you taking that on yourself. The second thing that she said is, we refuse to update family court laws. Family court laws is probably the most archaic, outdated system that has ever existed or that is still in existence in the United States of America. And we refuse. As a matter of fact, people advocate against updating family court laws. It has become a racket. It has become a Ponzi scheme. It has become a filter of men's dollars so that they can support lawyers and judges and a system that keeps people employed, as well as keep women on the system and tied to the federal government instead of keeping their families together and incentivizing them to get married before they carry. And we have no penalty. You know what I'm saying? There is no recourse. There is no backlash. Historically, the more children a woman has, the more she getting food stamps, the better she has a situation when it comes to Section 8. And you just create this cycle within the communities that absolutely ruin children. And now we got some of the worst children that we've ever seen before, and it's just getting out of control. And so this woman is deadly accurate. She is deadly accurate. The one thing that she said that men don't like about the possibility of becoming a stepfather is family court laws. That's the only thing that I would change in her argument. I would say that men just don't want to be hustled at all. Men don't see the benefit of doing ready families instead of being able to create your own family. And they work too hard and they've been grinding and they've been hustling. And so they're very, very much careful, and they're reminded every single day, because when I jump in the algorithm, you're not going to be able to do something without coming to the front of the congregation and having a come to Jesus moment, because I'm going to give you example out of example out of example. And let me tell you what else is actually ruining women's chances of finessing guys is the fact that y'all feel comfortable jumping on these applications and talking about exactly what it is that y'all talking about. You're doing story times. You're talking about how you want to decenter men. You looking to finesse guys. You feel comfortable with being 304 talk. You just saying all of the things, and we can see it now. So now I look at it and I say, hey, look, guys, look at what's happening over here. How do you think that we should think about this? How do you think that we should react to it? And how do you think that this is going to play out for you, for the sucker that decide that he want to jump into her comments, or you want to fly her out, or he want to step for her, and then he want to be a step crash dummy as a result of it. And so it is. This woman is so on it, and she's so at it. We are finally now starting to see a generation of women that is dying alone, or a generation of women that, and I'll do another one for you guys. It's a lot of guys that's son husbands, and so the mother, she never did what she was supposed to do as far as the man that she was supposed to be with, and she leaned to the son for companionship and to take care of her in a way that she should have been leaning into the person that she was in a relationship with. And listen, I'm a huge advocate for family. And so what I say is that you need to go back to your child's father, but people reject that. But we gonna see. Time tells all. Time tells all. Make sure you tap into the Patreon link is in the description. T Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm gonna holler at you guys later. Peace.